certainly great to welcome you back to Get Connected. It's great to have one of our regular guests back. She's a lifestyle and wellness expert, and today she's going to help us with being supermarket savvy. And it's great to welcome Terra Wellington back. Welcome, Terra.
Hi, Conn. How are you?
Hey, Terra, I'm certainly doing great. It's awesome having you back with us. Have you been keeping up with those New Year's fitness goals? Because I'm telling you, you look great.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, the new year has been wonderful. 2012 is a great year for me and my family, so thank you so much.
Now, Terra, I know you are known primarily as a wellness expert, but I'm just curious, you've become so savvy in the supermarket. What smart snack tips do you have for us?
The first one is that you want to avoid junk food whenever possible when it comes to being on the go and looking for a snack, because it has empty calories and high fat and high sodium oftentimes. Instead, go for smart snacks that can give you extra nutrition and stimulate your brain cells, and that would be with fruits and vegetables and lean protein. And so 3 tips for you. Fruits and vegetables that are fresh and cut up, you can put in containers and baggies, store in your purse or in your bag, and you're ready to go as a smart snack. Also, fruit smoothies are another nutritional trend that you can look for, and for a convenient option for that, Dole has a new fruit smoothie shaker. It is so much fun. They have real fruit, non-fat yogurt. It's really easy. You just shake the beads loose. My kids love this. And then you fill it to the fill line with any kind of chilled juice that you like. Shake it for another 30 to 45 seconds, and voila, no blender needed. It's very easy. 3 varieties in your frozen section. Now, for a lean protein snack, you might check out nuts and seeds. Because they can keep you awake and keep you alert. A new product that you might check out would be Nature Valley. They have their new protein bars with all natural peanuts, almonds, and yummy dark chocolate. And each of the bars have 10 grams of protein, which is 15% of your daily value, and 5 grams of fiber. Now, we're also trying to save money with our food dollar and be on a budget, but also eat healthy. So 3 tips for you. Whenever possible, look for just picked produce, and this might be a seasonal thing for you depending on where you live, but the just picked produce can last longer. That would be produce from like a farmer's market or regional seasonal produce. And then secondly, look for produce preserver packets. They can save you money. You put them in your produce drawer, and they absorb the natural ethylene gas from your fruits and your veggies. They will slow down the ripening process, and Whirlpool has these little packets that can go in any refrigerator, and they're called the Fresh Flow Produce Preservers, and they can keep your produce fresher up to 4 days longer, so that's a money saver as well. And then finally, you can save money with filtered water, and the way I've done it is that I've stopped buying the flavored water from the store and instead switched to filtered water and save money on my grocery bill. And one way you can do that is with refrigerator filters. Whirlpool has them. You can save up to $600 annually by switching to refrigerator filters from bottled water, and they remove contaminants from your water. Matter of fact, Environmental Working Group did a study, and they found that filtered tap water is just as good, if not better, than bottled water. So there's some health benefits as well. And if you'd like more information, you can go to my website at terrawellington.com.
Excellent information, Terra. I had no idea that eating raw nuts as a snack at work can keep you awake. Now, well, speaking about smart snacking, I was wondering if you could give us some advice about portion control.
Right. You know, a lot of people are gaining weight simply because they have large portions on their plate, and it's such a simple thing to change. Just simply look at your plate or buy smaller plates, and you can just reduce the amount of portion size. A lot of us are eating too much meat, for example, and so just reduce your meat on your plate and increase your fruits and vegetables, and it can really help you in terms of either maintaining your weight or actually losing weight, especially if you add exercise.
Now, Terra, you briefly spoke about weight increase being related to portion control, but I also heard that a lot of Americans are gaining weight because they aren't paying attention to the sugar intake on labels. Is that true?
Well, there are a lot of different types of sugars going into those labels, and so you really need to educate yourself on what those different types of sugars mean. My family stays away from high fructose corn syrup whenever possible, and also I try to go as natural as possible, so I look for sugar, brown sugar, instead of all those other corn-based types of sugars.
Very interesting. And Terra, when we're reading those labels, what should we really be looking at to compare products in terms of sugars and fats?
Well, certainly when you're reading the labels, and at the top of the label they will break it out like you say. So if you're looking at the number of grams of sugar, then you can compare products that way and look for those that have less grams of sugar. And certainly, you know, what you mentioned, the fat is something else that you can really look at, and try to choose those that have no or very low amount of saturated fat. That saturated fat is the no good kind of fat.
Well, Terra, I certainly never knew that, but when it comes to portion control like we talked before, are you a proponent of taking several meals during the day to keep it stable, or do you think that, you know, eating so many times might increase the caloric intake?
I think that it is all a matter of taste in some ways. Some people are able to do that successfully without having too high of a calorie count. The danger of that for someone that doesn't have a blood sugar problem is going to be that you might eat a little more than you should, and when you add it all up at the end of the day, you've gone over what you should be eating in terms of calories. But then there are others that simply need to do it for medical reasons, and if that is the case, then it's good to follow your doctor's advice and follow a strict diet.
Well, that's certainly great to know, Terra. Thank you so much for your knowledge and your expertise.
Okay, thank you.
Certainly great talking to Terra today, and I learned a lot, particularly about losing weight depending on your body type. But one guy that's lost a lot of weight, he's our next guest, Jonah Hill, on his new film, 21 Jump Street.
I think what makes 21 Jump Street unique is that it truly is an action comedy.